Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle because
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins finding Herndon here on the completion. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Cousins. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception. Return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending because what you were thinking is they're going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this round.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog finding his way into the backfield. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins now on the move to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Cousins on 1st down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll roll him out right. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. He's going to air it out deep.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think
that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Odell Beckham, 54 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him first thing.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Powerful running. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Stafford rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Out right here to Herndon. And he's brought down. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins, sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Cousins rolling to his right. He hits Herndon over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And out now come the Vikings. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 22 yards. And the Rams open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And this one is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw, Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now a hit, and he fumbles. It's loose again. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, you're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On fourth down, Stafford dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 40. Still fighting for more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Woods. Touchdown! Robert Woods, 37 yards. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Stafford. Out to his left. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 2nd down, Cousins again. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage?
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 28 yards. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Steps away. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants?
I knew you were going Namath.
Right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense. And miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Akers is going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Stafford will come up, trying to get his guys a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Pushing through the contact. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run this with Akers. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Pushes him over. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. But the football going back to the Vikings offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll buy some time right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's Cousins, sliding out of the pocket. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Rolling to his left. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down now, Akers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And complete, right side to Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. Flushed out right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating it.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They go play action. Cousins eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he's got room. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open. But oftentimes,
touchdown, LA! Stafford, and the Rams just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Told me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall...
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kenny Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.